Hello. The camera is a little wonky because you have been professionally balanced on a pile of tea towels. So maybe I should fix that. Right, you are on a nice sturdy box now. So let's crack on. Hello. You might be new around here, so if you are, my name is Scarlett and I run a small business called AFRAYED Upcycling. I currently do a lot of things. So originally my motto was I take secondhand textiles and make cool, size inclusive, upcycle clothing, but that is a ever-changing motto. I actually have a video planned for sort of going back on that video that I did 7 months ago about my plans and where I'm at, but that's not this video, sorry. So for this video, I was actually going to do a pattern hack thing with the Joy mini tea towel dress, but it doesn't really make sense to me because it's actually a very quick hack in terms of pattern doing, and it doesn't make sense to do a whole video on that and like showing you how to make it when there's already videos on showing you how to make. I don't think I have a video on how to make the Joy tea towel dress. I'll add that to the list. But yes, that's not going to be the video today. It's so chaotic already. Right, so today I'm going to do a bit of a day in the life of, but it's going to be business. So the last one that I did was majority personal sewing, which, oh, I'll show you the update for this. So I was doing a supply case in that video and I finished it, and you saw that I had like mistakes and redid it, and to be honest it's not perfect, but it's perfect to me. And I actually did needle turn applique a little frog, a little trumpet playing frog, and I love it. And I actually did take it on holiday with me. I took it to Malaga last week, and yeah, it's served its purpose very well. The only thing I want to do, and I think I did mention in that video, was put maybe like a little felt patch here to hold all of my needles. And then I thought, hey, why don't I start to make a needle book, which is what I've been doing here. However, I've been heavily inspired by Sew Be Curated, and she has a bunch of videos on a sewing workbook that she's working on, and now I'm tempted to just make this into a fun, slow project thing, because I already do have a needle like felt book thing that was my nan's, so what's the point of making another? So I think we're going to make this into like a little fun continuous project thing. So business wise, I am very busy. Lots of workshop stuff sorting, lots of admin, lots of, I mean, it'd be fantastic if I could do a little bit of bag making. I've been going through my scraps, and I think I showed you last time these bags that I've been making, and when I'm like procrastinating, I just end up making these big rectangles of scraps, so tea towel ends, fabric ends, and because I'm halfway through order making, I have again accumulated a lot more scraps. So if I can get that done today, that'd be fantastic. So on my little Miller note list, we need to do a few things. So first thing I want to do is film a reel about the Joy mini tea towel dress hack with the little tiered skirt. So that. I need to work on workshop pictures. So workshops have been doing really well, and it has geared me up to do as many as possible. So I need to work on like descriptions and getting the pictures together. I mean, if I can get some orders sort of finalized, so do like the buttonholes for jumpsuits, checking them over. I mean, it's meant to be a bit sunny a little bit later, and I am trying to just grasp at the tiniest bit of sun, because at the minute it's so cloudy. I mean, it's not like bad weather, it's still hot, like humid, but it's yeah, it's not sunny, and it really does affect my photography bit. Like, I'll show you how dark it is currently. Like, how am I going to work with that? I'm also going to take you guys to a place in Liverpool. It's called, I don't know if it's actually pronounced this way, but DOES, and they have a makers night on Thursday nights, and it's from 7 till 9:30, and it's a free every week event, and it's for people who want to meet fellow craftists, not even craftists, just makers, and you can use all of the resources as long as you like pay for some materials. So like they've got laser cutters, 3D printers, sewing machines, embroidery machines. They've even got a pattern AO printer as well. And I went there a couple of weeks ago just to look at it, because I'm on a quest to find community. And yeah, it was amazing, really, really amazing. This will be the second time going, and I'm also, the workshops that I've mentioned before, it's for workshops there, but also I want to use their laser cutter today. I've not used a laser cutter since school days, but I want to create some acrylic templates for the Gosling quilt, which I can hopefully work on this weekend. And tell you now, your mind will boggle at this place. So anyway, I don't fancy doing emails just yet, so instead I'm going to grab the Joy dress pattern, sort of map out the hacking, and then start hacking. Let's tidy up first, actually. I feel like I got rid of my printed Joy pattern, so I'm going to print just the back skirt and the front skirt out, but that is quite a few pages. I mean, if I go onto here, it's these pages here plus these pages here, and then that's the front skirt here. Whilst that's printing, I'll grab myself a cup of tea, but a very exciting parcel has just arrived. Oh my god. Yes, I don't usually buy like new fabric. I did for the quilt because it was my first quilt, and because I've done it, I feel really confident to start using secondhand textiles and like different kinds of textiles. And also this is hand designed. Yes, it was designed by Mary Benson. Blue Butterfly by Mary Benson, and it just is so whimsical, and you guys know my love for blue currently and probably forever. So yeah, I bought 2 meters. Obviously it wasn't cheap, but I know whatever I make, I'm gonna like spend a lot of time really thinking about what I want to make with this fabric. I'm thinking maybe a blouse of some sort. It is 100% cotton, and it's that nice crispy, not too thin cotton either, so I do think a blouse, or I don't think I can get a mini dress out of this, but definitely maybe a really ruffly butterfly blouse. Could even like mix some other prints in there if I wanted to. So yes, this is a personal project which of course I will video at the time of making. I love it, I love it, it's so whimsical. Ooh, too hot. Okay, so both patterns have been printed and sellotaped and cut out. So I'm just going to jot down how to hack these, and then we can start filming. And have I got time to make a dress? Or maybe I just show an old dress? But then I guess I could sell the dress after I've made it. Just thinking about time. I don't know. After some well-needed tea. Oh my god, how's the back of my head there? After some well-needed tea, I've decided I'm going to make a dress with the tiered skirt. I just feel like having the option to sell something as well. Why not? And plus, I got this tea towel recently from a charity shop, which is so rare. I never find tea towels in charity shops now. I think people have caught on that they can be made into clothes. So this is the tea towel, which has got a slight Art Nouveau floral vibe, wouldn't you say? I think so. And yeah, and it's big enough to make the Joy tier dress. And to be honest, I feel like with the colours that I pair with this, I might want to keep it, but we'll see. Okay, we're going to whip out the expensive tripod. Because it does a full 90-degree bird's eye angle, and that is what I bought it for, and we're going to use it. Oh, I need my phone. Oh, I need the phone attachment. Thought I'd lost this. This is an expensive part of the kit. So that attaches to this. That. Oh, this way. Put this through. And voila. It works. Okay. I'll see you in a minute. I'm just going to quickly film this, and then we can pick fabrics, make up a quick version of this tier dress, and then crack on with something else. Yes. Pattern pieces are done, so I just need to select some fabrics with this tea towel. I've got this green, which fits perfectly, but I think we're going to go for very greens, dark, either dark navy or black, just because there is black in this, and then lots of nice light blues as well. So I'm going to go through my stash and select a bunch of fabrics. Okay. God, I hope the back of my head's okay. Okay, this is what I'm going for. So we've got the tea towel, we've got lovely blues and slight bits of pink in there, and sort of slight bits of no, brain's gone. I'm gonna add bits of black in there because there is some black in here, and I quite like how dramatic it looks. I seem to really be going for this black and blue combo. So we've got some lovely florals, mint greens, more blues, and yeah, some really snazzy dark greens as well. So I'm just going to crack on and hopefully make this dress before lunch, but we shall see. back from lunch and I reckon another half an hour, 45 minutes to get this finished. So I'm making all right progress. Shall I show you what it looks like so far? Love it. Lately I feel like I'm finding orders just a little bit harder to do. So I'm constantly like asking myself, what is it that I really want to do? And I think after the beetle workshop that I had a couple weeks ago, I loved it so much, and I posted a reel about it and it went a bit crazy. And it's cool because people from like the US, Latvia, Canada have all got in touch to ask if they can also teach beetle workshops, which is amazing. And I feel like because I'm really just enjoying the workshops, like I love teaching so much, and I'm starting to really question if tea towel or just order making is going to be in my future. I don't know yet. I dropped all of my bobbins. All of them. Okay, she's finished. I am going to quickly put my ironing board away and just sort of set up my little photography area, although there are sewing machines in the way, so I might make this the photography area. But she's looking good. How cool. I have to find some shoes to style her with and all good things like that. So I'm going to rearrange my studio, put this on, style it, and get some videos for this reel. Yes. I might keep it. I don't know yet. I mean, I love the colours, and I think the colours really suit my hair, because there's some different shades of blue, different shades of green that don't really suit my hair. Well, I mean, who's judging? Because I can wear what I want, but I don't feel comfortable in some colours. But this really is a piece, so I don't know yet. As it's getting really hot in the studio, I've had to put my hair up. I've got the fan, which I'll put on in a minute. I thought instead of trying to do the pictures for the workshop, which I might be able to get onto a bit later, but I thought I'll just sit at my computer for a bit and do some admin. What I'm going to do is, because I'm going to the Makers Night tonight, I want to have this file ready to put through the laser cutter, and I've just been reading up on the sort of guidelines on how to do it, and basically I'm using Inkscape, which I think is a free version of Adobe Illustrator, or it's like a CAD software for laser cutting. So I'm just going to do that for a little while, and if I've got time I'll try and get these pictures and things sorted for the workshop, but I'm going to try and do this first. I'm gonna screen record a little bit of what I'm doing, just in case you're interested. I'm just tracing around these templates for the Gosling quilt, and before you ask, no, this is not my quilt, this is someone else's quilt, and this is for personal use only, and it's just to help me trace around my pattern pieces, because it's a lot easier than doing it on the little like thin plastic that I have. So, and also this probably will be, it's a slightly more complicated quilt. Like this is the picture that I have of it, and I just think there are so many different variations that you can do with these pattern pieces. So yes, I'm very excited. I'm planning to do like a little video on collecting vintage tea towels and fabrics and linens for this quilt. So yes, I have about an hour left, and I'm thinking I'm going to try and get the groundworks for fabric patches for a workshop that I want to teach in September, I think I said, yeah, or in October, I can't remember now. So the idea is I will print off maybe like 3 templates, and it will be a free motion workshop, and I'll show you how to make your own patch, which you don't need to attach before. It'll be like a separate patch like this was when I did the tutorial for it. What was I saying? Yes, fabric patches. So I'm going to print out 3 templates. I'm thinking a butterfly, maybe a piece, or maybe a strawberry, maybe like things that are quite like trending at the minute. So maybe a butterfly, a strawberry, and a flower. And then with the option that people can bring their own image to patchify. And again, I want it to be about using scraps, and yeah, that's it really. So there's no like printing involved. It is basically how we're gonna build textiles like this with free motion to create our own patches. Yeah, I like this. Okay, I've totally just procrastinated for the last 45 minutes. So I'm a little stumped on what to do now. I mean, there's 2 workshops that I've got in mind. So the fabric patches and snazzifying your garments. So I could, if I've got time, what time is it now? Okay, I've got 30 minutes. I might just get the pictures of the jeans that I snazzified and that sweatshirt that I snazzified. And maybe just throw some like lace trimmings, buttons, beads all on the table, and then yeah, those could be the pictures. Just remembered I sold my upcycled jeans, must have been last year, for a tenner, which is a bargain in my opinion. So trying to debate whether or not to just, so I've got this, which I think is an okay snazzifying thing. I've got this, the little sleeves, and we've got this as well. So I think that might be enough for photos. I think it should be. It should be. This hair. Right, I think I've got all the photos. I've got some bird's eye ones there, and then I asked Danny to come and help me. I asked him to take the pictures sort of over me, sort of doing things like cutting the little bird patch. Yeah, all in landscape, which is great for the Eventbrite thing. So, and I've already done the content writing thing for this, so that's fabulous. So now we can work on, so I've got 20 minutes, so I might just sit and read for a bit, to be honest. I feel like I've been very productive. Or do I sew a bag? No, I'm doing too much. I'm gonna go read a book for a bit. So it's the next day. I didn't get in till about 10:15 last night, so I'm a little tired. I didn't get the induction done until, it must have been like 8:30, and it took a while, but I'm now, I feel like qualified isn't the right word, but I now know how to use the laser cutter. So for next week, I should be able to laser cut these acrylic templates. And yeah, it's just such a cool place. It really is. They have so many cool gadgets and projects that people are working on, and because it's a community space where people like come in and work on their own projects, people are just working on the maddest things that are just so cool. I'm also going to do some workshops there, so that's what the pictures were for yesterday and what I need to do this morning. But yeah, I always feel really good after visiting there. It's such a vibrant and snazzy little place, and I kind of wish more people knew about it. There's also mention about maybe I can do like a YouTube video or reel kind of promoting the place, because I don't think it's very well known in Liverpool, but it should be, because it's like based on honesty and just community. So they don't really charge for anything except for like materials, and then every Thursday they have a makers night, which means anyone who wants to work on projects can go there, can seek advice and collaborate with people. And yeah, it's just such a cool place. So I'm hoping somewhere in the future I can maybe help get the word out, maybe. But if you are interested, if you are in Liverpool, then this is the place. They're really friendly, so if there's anything you want to work on, then... So looking at my Miller Note weekly plan, the only thing I really need to do this morning is the pictures for the workshop at Does, and it's about making your own fabric patches. And I'm still trying to decide if I want to do free motion or not. I think I will. And I was planning to go to Abercorn to get some Bonder web, but then I had this really cool idea that I could use hem tape. I'll show you this stuff, and you can buy it quite cheaply, which is always good. And it's how do you explain it? It's basically double-sided glue for fabric, and it's meant to be for people who want to hem their trousers, skirts or whatever. You fold the fabric, put that in there, iron it, so you've obviously got fabric here, and it sticks it down, and you can either sew it, or you can literally just leave it as is. So it's like a really easy beginner friendly solution to hemming. I just thought, instead of buying Bonder web, which can be quite expensive, if we're doing like patches, lots of layers or whatever, you can just cut like little snippets of this and create your patch that way, because you're going to sew it down either way, so you don't need it all, the whole thing stuck down, especially if patches aren't going to be like super massive. Of course, if you're going for like a massive patch, then yes, probably Bonder web is best, but this will work perfectly fine, and we're going to test it this morning. Yes. Before I went yesterday, I did start to prep for the Surrealist art making workshop, which is happening tomorrow, and I've got 7 people coming, which is amazing. And these are all the tea towels that people can play with, and I try to pick tea towels that have like a bit of a scene or things that they can work on to create their own art pieces. So you've got this. I'm just thinking, like, if this was mine, I would maybe add loads of random stuff to the shelf. I would probably, I don't know, just make it a bit wacky. Add some top hats to the cats. Maybe put something in the bed, you know? It's all about having fun. Righty ho, so I think I'm going to just draw 3 basic templates and then work with them. And I'm thinking a butterfly. I could do a beetle. Is a beetle a bit too much? No, I will do a beetle. It'd be cool to do like the legs and that. A butterfly, a beetle, and Or should we do 4? Let's divide this into 4 bits. Yeah, we can do a butterfly that way, beetle that way. We can do a straw. How'd you draw a strawberry? Strawberry? Not the best, but hey, I think a beetle's going to be quite complicated. I am going to try out this idea with the hem tape. So I've got all of me iron here. I'm just going to go for it and get pictures along the way, and then yeah. In order for this class to work, I think it has to be advertised to people who are fairly confident with a sewing machine. One thing I can't decide with yet is whether to make this a solely free motion embroidery thing, so using the foot or whatever, or maybe just make your own fabric patches, and the add-on can be you can learn a bit about free motion embroidery, and free motion sewing feet will be available, but maybe show that you don't need to use that. I'm not too sure. I'm just trying to figure out who's like the customer for this. Is it someone who's only used a sewing machine a few times, or are they like really advanced and they just want to come to this to make fabric patches? I don't know. I guess you can maybe help. So if you're someone who knows how to use a sewing machine, when I advertise this workshop, would you want it to be like, come and make fabric patches, or do I make it, come and make fabric patches with free motion? So it's either like a broader workshop, or a workshop that's very like, you will be using a free motion foot and the technique to make patches. Any help would be much appreciated. And if you're in Liverpool, or you plan to maybe come to this workshop, which I think is going to be in September or October, I can't remember now. Yeah, like what, if you've seen it, how would you want it to be advertised? That's all. Okay, I'm going to try this hem tape technique, and I've cut out my 2 pieces, and I think the system is working so far, and I think it will be relatively easy to show this in a workshop. Right, so I'm going to cut that little bit there. That's just gone on there. I've got my piece, and obviously we're going to do wrong side to wrong side. And it doesn't matter if the lines are sort of out, because we're going to trim it. Am I a genius? Maybe. Maybe. I think, because initially I did 1 stitch on just the backing like this, but I think if I was to do, say, something like this and had lots of different fabrics and didn't like cut all these bits out individually, I think what I probably would do is do this stitch first, so then once you've got loads of fabric scraps that sort of go over the lines, I can just flip this round and cut it out. So I think I might test that for the butterfly. yeah, we'll test that for the butterfly, but I think for something like this, where it's like 2 shapes, quite basic, again with that, 2 shapes, quite basic, I won't do that. And I also like the fact that you could, if you wanted to, you could actually like choose what backing you want. Like say I wanted that on there. So I probably wouldn't need to do it on this fabric. I could do it directly on this fabric and then maybe have this as a natural patch rather than this cut out once I do cut it out, which I think is really cool. There's so many options that you can do with this. Right, that is me done for this vlog. I feel like I've got some really good pictures. If I can edit them and make them look good, I'll add them here. But these are looking so snazzy. And I think I might have like answered my own question. I think I'm gonna advertise it as just as making your own fabric patches, with the option of teaching how to do free motion. So maybe we do mainly just a normal sewing foot workshop, and then maybe for like one patch I just give them like a very brief overview of how to do free motion, because again it's not that really difficult, it's not that different. It just means the way you put it under the machine and how to make it easier for yourself. I really love how each of these have turned out, and I think the idea for the workshop can be, we can work on like 2 templates. So we could have like the flower, the strawberry, the beetle, or the butterfly, and we can try this technique, which is about putting random scraps on and then adding the design after, and then we can do ones with cutting out the actual shapes. So yeah, there's lots to think about. And yeah, but I think this will be a really fun workshop, and I can maybe make it a online tutorial as well for you guys, and do like maybe like some live sessions. Maybe that striped jacket that I made, we could do like a adding patches to that. I don't know, my head's just going crazy. So yes, thank you so much for watching this video. If you can, please like, comment and subscribe, it really does help, and I will see you next time.